What's good, y'all? Shoot, it's been an interesting day. Very, 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 very rough. Um, I want to speak on this topic: the setup that failed. The setup that failed. As we all understand, we're living in the same toxic environment. The environment we live in, it's not just all good. It's not just bad. It's a mixture of good and bad. This environment, this world we live in, it's bound to inject us with what's going around. You have judgment, you have hatred, you have spitefulness, we have racism, we have fakeness, we have all sorts types of things that is not and that should not be in mankind today. I remember this story. A story. My friend, she told me this story, and see, she told me this story to allow me to wake up, to see and to realize the bigger picture that God is putting before me. This story of this little girl. She went to school. Her first day of school, it was kindergarten. Went to school, and she always told her mom she was scared to leave the house because she was scared. Because nowadays parents they will have the news on to let everybody know what's going on. So one day the lady, her daughter was sitting there and they was watching the news, and on the news it was this young woman who was gunned down by her friends. That she was killed by her friends. Oh my gosh. So that traumatized the girl's mind. She's like, I'm scared of what's going to happen. So she went through kindergarten. You got first, second, third, fourth. You got fifth. And they go into sixth. She was getting older, and she met these two girls. And she met these girls, and they got her into all type of things. They got into drugs. They got into gangs. They got into alcohol, weed, all type of substance. And there was this guy. He was coming to help the girl. He was just trying to get her to get on the right path. The girl shuts him out, abuses him, and chooses to do otherwise. So the man wanted a relationship. He wanted to get closer. He wanted to just show her that there's a bigger side than what you're doing. So one day the girl decided to go out one night with her friends in quotes. One of the friends was jealous of her. She said, "You look more beautiful than me. You're more happier. I see your spirit. You got a dude talking to you. I don't have nobody." So what did the girl do? The girl got her, like, they partied. She had drugs in her system. She had alcohol, and she set him up. She set the girl up to be attacked, to be hurt, to be abused. So all the aftermath that happened, the girl struggled to get home. She got in her room and she started crying. And the one person that still stayed beside her was the boy. So the next day, the girl went up to the boy. He said, we should I'm sorry, I got a text message that person kind of messed me up. She said we should go out. We should have a good old time. And she's still on the drugs, coke, heroin, and alcohol. So she's like, yeah, we should have a good time. So the boy's sitting there scratching his head, like, what made you change your mind that quick? She's like, nah, I love you. You're the one that I need. You're the one that I want. You're the one that I need in my life. See, the boy's sitting there thinking about himself, you just turned me down after I tried to help you, but now that you're on drugs, you want me. Now that somebody's not for you, you want me. Now that you have no body, you want me. Now that you're sitting there, you're suffering your own demise, you want me now. It's kind of funny how she wanted him after the aftermath. Come on, I'm preaching this thing to somebody. So the boy, he's sitting there scratching his head. He like, I don't understand. But he was dumb enough to trust her. God help me. He was dumb enough to trust her. See, that's our problem now, that we trust the enemy too much. The enemy is disguised as so many things that we have a desire of having, but we trust too much. One day they all go out to smoke and drink. All her friends come out and start attacking the man. He's pushing him back. Everything he got, he's pushing, and he finally got away. A few weeks later, the girl's looking for him now. She can't text him. Changed his number. She can't find him on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. He got a new account. She put up to his house. Knocked on his door. Oh, and asked to see him. The girl that opened the door was the man's new wife. She said, where is my crush? Where is my love at? So his wife answers it and says, who are you? So the girl tells his wife her name. And she said, oh, you're the girl that used my husband. You're the girl who abused my husband. You're the girl, I've been hearing a lot, that chose drugs over my husband. So she stepped outside and she said, let me tell you about how you messed up. So the girl's sitting back, cocking an attitude, and she doesn't know what to do but listen. So the girl said, one, ones you live with don't know you. You're a drug addict. Two, what made you mess up in this life? You trust your friends over the one person that God sent you to help you. Two, you chose drugs. So the girl said, I just needed one more chance. I didn't know better. My friends. And she said, that's a setup that didn't work. See, that's why I like that story, because in life, we come face to face with the enemy. The enemy, he puts us in positions that we can't understand. He puts us in positions that puts us in a dark demise. So we start to panic, and we start to choose what's not God. But I'm so glad this story has given me the strength and the courage to really understand that no matter what happens, God's always going to supply a ram in the bush. He's always going to supply a blessing when it looks like he's not showing up. When you get to the lowest moment, when you get attacked, when you get talked about, when you get spit on, when you get abused, that's when God shows up. I'm a living testimony, because in my situation right now, I'm living it. I'm seeing a lot. I'm hearing a lot. I'm witnessing a lot. But at the end of the day, I truly believe God is going to supply a ram in the bush. And when God does this blessing, I'm going to shout like David said. David said, I will bless the Lord at all time. His praise shall continuously be in my mouth. My soul shall make a boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear her cry. Oh, magnify the Lord with me. Let's exalt his name together. I'm going to be so excited because I truly believe through the setup, God's going to bless up. Through the setup, God's going to pull me out the situation and crown me to where I need to be. God and man is two different things. Man thinks, well, you're not doing this. You're not doing that. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. Don't worry about my situation. Worry about your. I'm in good hands. Slowly but surely, he's blessing me. And there's a lot of blessings at the end of the year that is yet to be shown. But I truly believe that's a setup that didn't work due to the grace and mercy of our God, Christ, who is the only everlasting divine Jesus. All right, God bless you all. Bye-bye.